It's home style, home style, home style.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Homestyle Bikini, and today we're going to make ravioli soup. So let's get started. First, we're going to go ahead and saute this pound of ground Italian sausage that's mild. Keep going. And again, you can use any type of sausage that you have. I'm using pork, but you can use turkey. But I seem to like pork a little better because it has a little bit more flavor. So yeah, we're just going to let this pan heat up, and then we're going to go ahead and brown our sausage. So we're going to go ahead and brown the Italian sausage. And once that's nice and brown and broken up, we're going to saute the vegetables. Alright, so the meat is brown, and I would recommend that you drain the oil if you are using any that is really fatty. After you drain that, we're going to add some minced garlic. I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons. Mix that in. Saute that. And then you're going to have some 2 cups of chopped bell peppers and onions. I already have the ones that were pre-sliced, but if you don't, you could just use 1 whole chopped red bell pepper and 1 medium-sized yellow onion. So we're going to saute that until it is soft. Okay, so the vegetables are nice and tender, so now we're going to add our seasoning, which is 1 teaspoon of oregano, 1 heaping teaspoon of onion powder, 1 heaping teaspoon of garlic powder, and again, you can add whatever spices you want, some fresh cracked pepper, and some salt, sea salt. Now I'm going to actually add some Italian seasoning. Normally you would just use basil, but I don't have any basil, so there's basil in this Italian, so I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I'm going to mix that all up, and our heat's going to be on medium. Smell those spices. This is the perfect meal for a Sunday dinner. My husband loves Italian food, and this is an Italian soup. I love soup, he loves Italian, so it's like best of both worlds. Got a little combination dinner going. So we're going to saute that for a few minutes. So I'm going to add this herbs de Providence olive oil, just a little bit, just for some of that Italian seasoning. But this is pork, so you really don't need any more oil. But I'm just going to put a little bit for flavor, because this infused olive oil is awesome. Got it from a local farm in Sonoma County, and it's really, really good. So now we're going to add the tomato sauce. Normally you use a can of tomato sauce, but I didn't have any canned tomato sauces, so I'm going to use my traditional sauce. This is 24 ounces, and I know cans normally are 8 ounces, so I'm going to use just half of it and just see how it goes. If I feel like it's too much, I think that'll be fine because we like our stuff nice and hearty in this house. But if you do have tomato sauce in a pan, you know, it really depends on your preference. I personally like jar spaghetti sauce better, or tomato sauce. Yeah, that's not bad. And I might end up adding the whole thing, to be honest. This is definitely going to have more of a spaghetti flavor because I use spaghetti sauce. But again, it's your preference on what you prefer. And then it calls for 4 cups of chicken broth, which this is exactly 4 cups, so I'm going to just use this whole thing. And this is totally up to you, but I love putting red cooking wine in my red sauces. So I'm going to add probably 1/4 cup of red cooking wine. Probably less than 1/4. That definitely wasn't 1/4. That was probably like less than 1/4. But again, based on how much you want to put. And we're going to just let that mix and stew for a couple of minutes and we'll check back on it. Alright, so we let it simmer for about 40 minutes. Now we're going to add our ravioli, frozen ravioli. And I'm just going to add probably about half the bag. Again, it's up to you how much you want to use. This is the final step. We're going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes and it'll be ready for dinner. Okay, and you can also add fresh kale or spinach to it. I'm going to add, this is probably about a cup of kale. Totally up to you if you want to add it or not. This has already been washed. Mix that in. Let that cook for about 10 minutes. Now we let that simmer for 10 minutes. So let's see if it's ready. Yeah, it's ready. The ravioli is usually floating when it's done cooking, so that's usually an indicator, but it doesn't take long for ravioli to cook. So we're going to get this plated, and the final step would be to put your cheese on top. Now if you have a torch, it's pretty cool to melt the cheese on top, but if you don't, it's fine. You can just sprinkle some on top and let it melt from the heat from the soup. There you have it, ravioli soup. Alright, that concludes my video. Thanks for watching, and please feel free to leave a comment, like my video, and subscribe, and click that bell icon so you can get notifications of my next videos. Alright, well, I'll see you later. Bye!